If they in MTL, you'll catch a fist. Nigga be slicing like swordsman and miss. Hand been hurting, get me ice for my wrist. Another man dead, check him off the list. Shorty just sucked it so we cannot kiss. Every time I shoot, you know I don't miss. Catch me outside, better not take the piss. That boy is a snake, I'm hearing a hiss. Give me the head, then get out of my face. If she act good, I might get her a lace. Punch him in the chest, turn him into ace. Leave his body dead, yeah, that's a cold case. Post it in the hood, a nigga just rhyming. Got me some demons, they always on timing. Need me a plain Jane, it gotta be shining. Need me a Cuban covered in diamonds. She wanna fuck on me all of the night. Had to power up like I am All Might. Nigga is pussy, they don't wanna fight. If you not bout it, get out of my sight. Stay in your lane and get out of my way. Might not be sane and that is okay. Even in the rain, I'm getting a pay. What do you gain by missing the play? Fucked her so much, but she's still not my wife. Love being toxic, I ruin her life. No 21, but this is a knife. She wanna go public, but that is just right. A nigga be sliding, I'm steady in motion. She got a new ex, it's smoother than lotion. We playing Twister, but fuck all that torsion. She want it raw, but don't like abortion. If they in MTL, you'll catch a fist. Nigga be slicing like swordsman and miss. Hand been hurting, get me ice for my wrist. Another man dead, check him off the list. Shorty just sucked it so we cannot kiss. Every time I shoot, you know I don't miss. Catch me outside, better not take the piss. That boy is a snake, I'm hearing a hiss. Don't make no sense, this bitch is so stupid. She wants some love, but I am not Cupid. She got some big teeth, I call her ass Rufus. She asks how I'm so good, baby, I do this. If she gets offended, she is a hoe. I don't make the rules, that's how it goes. Nigga not talented, can't switch the flow. Big YUL, steady with snow. Stay with a pole, I'm letting it blast. Shout out my girl Nina, never in last. Your squad is so fake, get a new cast. I know what I did, but forget the past. Feel like Baby Keem, I need me 2 phones. Get you some money, fuck taking loans. Every single stroke, I make that bitch moan. The king is on his way, get out of my throne. Cover one eye, I feel like Kakashi. Nigga cuss it up, just like Kenpachi. Look me in my eyes, I feel like Itachi. Medusa head on me, that is Versace. When I get famous, no paparazzi. I wake up, move like Shigaraki.
Yo, Starner, how you gonna rush me to start, bro? How you gonna rush me to start? What's going on, bro? How you gonna rush me to start? But look, before anything else, bro, I'm gonna start quick with some Joe Knows, bro. He has these 3. I started watching this. I said, damn, I'm gonna save it for stream. So, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to it. He has 3 things to watch: an interview with Mike Wang, 2K26 gameplay breakdown, and the park game. So, let's see what's popping.
Hey, David.
This
He
shit
looks
feels
like he has a blue
weird.
outline. Is it just the monitor?
It's probably just the peaking.
Yo, what's good, bro? What's good?
This is Aura.
Let's get right into it. One of the biggest talking points from last year's game, the RNG in shooting. What can you tell us about shooting this year, and can you compare it to a past 2K?
Okay, so we talked about this online a little bit. There's no RNG in shooting. I'm going to say that with an exception. There's RNG still in like those quick heaves that you get at the ends of buzzers, buzzer beaters, and like half court, full court heaves. Okay, so that's still, I don't want to get labeled a liar.
Fair enough.
That's still going to use a dice roll. But everything else is straight green win.
Hold on. I'm gonna turn out the AC. Hold on. I forgot. That shit was fucking up the audio all the way. That shit was really fucking up the audio. Nigga got some. Is this some off-white fives? Oh, he living different, bro.
Windows. pure green windows. They scale
Why
based
does that
on
have to be my
attributes
favorite
and
rec,
coverage
bro?
and all the badges.
Alright, bro, I'm not lying,
Fast
bro.
beaters and like half court RNG still in like those quick heaves that you get at the ends of buzzers, buzzer beaters, and like half court, full court heaves. Okay, so that's still. I don't want to get
Fair
labeled a
enough.
liar.
Fair enough.
That's still going to use a dice roll, but everything else is straight green windows, pure green windows. They scale based on attributes and coverage and all the badges and everything. But those windows, once they're set by those things, if you can time your shot in those windows, you will hit the shot.
So theoretically, you can time your shot in those windows. You can shoot 100%.
You can shoot 100%. Yeah. So compared to past 2Ks, that one's hard to answer because we really have never done this before. The closest was probably 24. 24, we had a pure green window, a little bit larger one, but that one even had RNG on the edges. So what happened there is like, it was a really, really tight window that most people probably couldn't hit consistently. And then that would bleed out to like, 0% chance on the edges. So we still used a dice roll to keep the numbers like, so people wouldn't go like, over 10. They would at least hit some shots if they were kind of sloppy on their timing.
Right.
So that was the idea there.
So you'd say it's like a more skilled base 2K24 shooting.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are crazy good at shot timing, and you take good shots, you're gonna destroy people.
You're going to separate yourselves from other players.
Absolutely. And to offset that, I'll throw that out there too. Is that one of the
But
reasons
these
why I
Zens
felt
don't make a
this way is
difference.
because defense is stronger. So contests, they're powerful. If you can get a hand up, and I watch you guys play a lot. I know you guys are really good at doing this. So you know when to jump, you know when to stay down, you know when to be in hands up. People who master that, they're going to be able to ding these shooters hard enough where it's going to be such a hard window to hit that consistently at least that you're going to keep the percentages down. So I'm not too
Gotcha.
worried because at least all the play tests we've been having, we're getting good numbers.
So we'll segue into shot contests then. It seems like it can be challenging to find a balance, right? You have attributes, badges, player heights, player wingspans, hand placements on the contest. How do you try to balance it to make it to a point where you're not getting contests when you shouldn't, and then you are, it's not too strong, too weak? How do you find the balance between all those factors?
Yeah, it's really hard. It's just a lot of iteration, and it's seeing what feels right. And the hardest thing about contests, I'm going to say, is usually what happens is
You just think someone said Mike's 51 but looks 65.
Playing live with no
That nigga do
replays.
not look 65.
Sometimes things don't look as
He don't
contested
even
as they
look
are, or
really
vice
like he
versa.
51.
Like sometimes it's like, oh, there's a crowd of dudes on the guy. Why is it like a 2% contest? And usually it's because two guys are flat-footed, one guy's behind the shooter, and it looks really crazy, but it's actually pretty open. And so it's really hard to dissect, every little clip.
If you were to freeze frame it at the point of the release, it's actually...
You can kind of see why
Right.
the game is saying this is not a heavily contested shot, even
Gotcha.
though to your eyes, in real time, in the heat of battle, it might look contested. But yeah, it's really just a lot of balancing and trying to make it so that, everything is a factor. We want people to invest in good perimeter defense or interior defense on the inside. We want to make sure that, height is effective, wingspan's important. All those things got to be important.
Right.
And not, overpower each other.
Staying on
This is
top
how
of
I know
shooting,
it's cold, bro. My
rhythm shooting was added in
Vaseline's
2K25.
hard, bro.
You've already
Cold.
talked about how rhythm shooting is different this year, and we kind of need to recalibrate our brains in terms of how to think about it. You've also talked about how you want button and rhythm shooting to both be viable options. What are some factors you would say people should consider when they decide if they want to shoot with the button or with the stick?
It's going to be labbing, I think. It's going to be finding a shot that works for you and finding out like what you're good at. Because it's, I guess my analogy, maybe it's not a good one, but it might be like if shooting with the button is like shooting a free throw, and shooting with the stick is like shooting a deep three-pointer with maybe a slightly larger basket. It's like one might be easier for somebody and one might be harder for somebody, but it really depends on the person. Like some people are just going to get it. Some people are going to be in rhythm shooting and be like, I understand that tempo is what really matters. I got to get a certain speed of my stick throw to master shooting. And some people are like, I don't get it. I just can't hit a shot. I just see the window. I want to use the button. And that's fine. And then some people are going to be in the middle, like Wolf's one of our best players internally, and he's like, he has this crazy formula. He's like, I'll use button for this case, I'll use stick for this case, I'll use stick for this case, button for this case.
So certain
he's all over the
shots-
place. Yeah, certain shots it might be easier for
dividing it
you.
up.
And for me, I do rhythm shoot. I rhythm shoot everything, and that's just how I play. But yeah, some people are mixing it up, some people are just pure button, and that's kind of one of the metrics for me actually is internally.
Bro, them
what are people
flies
doing?
are clean
What are they
as
gravitating towards to be
fuck,
successful?
bro.
And I've found that it's really a good mix. So
You
I
want
think we're in a decent
shot.
spot. And I don't know why I want this, but I think rhythm shooting is cool. And if it was, up to me, everyone would at least try it. But like we said earlier, it's like I didn't want it to be like last year. There was definitely an advantage,
Right.
and there might be an advantage this year if you find it easier because you just happen
Right.
to understand the mechanic better. But really, you can't go wrong with either.
So if someone's not like you, if they don't like rhythm shooting, it's like you shoot with the button, you're on the level playing field. It's just it's just
absolutely.
preference.
And some people are going to be like
That's
destroying
good.
people on the button, and if you force them to rhythm shoot, they'd probably go 0 for 10.
Yeah.
So it's really, yeah. The goal is to make it both viable. Whether they're equal, I don't know if there's even a way to
Wang and
I don't know how to gauge something that's that different, right? It's just different.
With the addition of the Badge Max Plus 2 perk,
Like
you have
Wang.
the boost badges, multiple levels now. Can you speak to how effective it's going to be? Let's say, your 78 three-pointer is typically silver set shot.
Mm-hmm.
How effective is it going to be to boost it to 78 three-pointer with Hoff set shot versus actually getting the requirement of three-pointer to unlock the badge level? Like, how can we kind of in our brains define like how much better it's going to be?
That's a very difficult question.
All right.
It's very nuanced. And the thing about badges is that they're situational, right? So a rating is going to be more global, and it's going to affect you everywhere, but the badges might be certain situations or certain contexts. So you have to consider that, like what kinds of shots are you taking? So yeah, generally speaking, I would just say find the shots that you like to take or that you tend to take, find out the badge that's going to work best for, and then go all in on that badge. That's better than getting like bronze everything. Bronze everything is going to be like, it's not going to do a lot for you, to be honest. You're going to want to go at least silver or gold to see some effects from that badge. Otherwise, just go in on your attributes and, that's going to be more beneficial to you.
All right, let's switch gears. Finishing. We've seen 2Ks where finishing has been insane. Dunks, layups, floaters, all types of things. We've also seen years where it's been a bit hit or miss and a little inconsistent. It seems like this year was an area of focus, with custom layups and bringing back the visible green window on dunks and layups. Just talk about the challenges in terms of finding a balance, because again, there's so many factors: attributes, badges, player momentum, player size, height, all those things. How do you find that balance so that it's not overpowered, but it's also not inconsistent?
Yeah, that's another difficult one. Just one of the things I'll say from the outset is one of the goals for our team this year was, and this sounds weird, but we wanted every play style to be OP. So, you've maybe heard that before, right?
Yeah.
So like, it sucks when there's one dominant play style or two dominant play styles. We wanted it to be like
everyone doing the
crazy
same
slasher,
shit, though.
and even a layup slasher, like really specific thing. You want to be a guy who just finishes like Kyrie, that you can do that and you can be effective and you can like kill people with that.
Yeah.
But if you were like, some glass cleaning interior defensive guy, and if you invest everything in that and you get good at that, you can just, stop everything in the paint.
If everything's OP, then it's kind of just like pick what you want to be.
Yeah, pick what you want to be.
Yeah.
We want there to be a diversity in play styles. But to answer your question with slashing, yeah, it was a point of emphasis, especially with layups and dunks, to make slashing just more of a game, like more of a weapon.
Right.
Because we knew going in, these thinking green or miss is back. People are gonna be like, okay, I'm making a three-point shooter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna left, right, cheese behind screens and just pull every shot. It's not as easy as it sounds. So don't think you're going back to 2K24. It's different, especially I mentioned with the contest. So I encourage people to try out a bunch of different styles before they commit to what they're building.
One way to play.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen it already downstairs, but like floaters are tough. Like they're really strong, and
But
if
the
you
problem
get in your
of
bag, and you
testing
find
different things
the
is
custom
like-
package that you want for your guy, you're going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, you can be exploding downhill and
You
stop
play
on a dime
against some
and just
AIs, bro.
float it
You
over
don't
the-
really know how
yeah.
good it
And
actually
dunks
is.
too. You've seen it. We made dunks easier. It's
Yep.
just hold down on stick now. It's not a big Mortal Kombat throw, as people call it.
Seems like even like
easier.
standing dunks as
Yeah.
well, like standing meter dunks. Everything seems a bit more.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little worried about 7-4s, but I think they're okay. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. When it comes to dribbling in 2K26, what was your vision? What did you see, and what did you want to execute? And are we going to
I'm a
see
little worried
big
about
builds
7-4s.
being explosive and popping off the dribble like LeBron and Durant and all the taller players in real life?
I wouldn't say popping. but they're definitely moving better.
Okay.
The goal for dribbling at a high level was to make it more explosive. Let players branch and chain moves together more readily, more freely. Have moves generally be more explosive, both launching out of them and just chaining between moves. And then just putting a lot of different combos in that haven't been in the game for a while or never have been in the game.
Right.
So that's exciting to me always. Working on the dribbler is just like, what can I Easter egg into this thing? Not tell anybody about. It's not in 2K. Learn 2K. You just
See
gotta
how
go.
long it takes them to find it?
Yeah, gotta wait till Stizo's video comes out, or you gotta like get in the lab and you gotta just cook.
Hey,
so,
bro.
yeah, discoverability to me is
When
like
Stizo
one thing that I'm excited
drops,
about for dribbling.
it's up.
And I think people are gonna find like their dribble style and all the moves that you can set up with your guy,
Yeah.
and find the right combo that that you're good at and get in their bag. And
Yeah, I messed with it a little bit, and it definitely feels more explosive. Even the 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", yeah, definitely compared to last year, much more. I know you said not poppy, but I would describe it as more, burst.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shay, our cover guy, because a lot of his animations are pretty tough. So he's a good dribble style to try out too, I'd say, for the bigger guards.
So judging by the things you've tweeted and answered questions on, it seems like you're kind of leaning towards a more skill-based defensive system in the game. Like you said, pluck steals have been nerfed, but blitz steals will be rewarded. It seems like if you outplay your opponent, that's what you're looking to reward
Why
defensively.
is no one
Is that
asking
the idea
him
going
how
into
much a build
kind of
cost?
revamping how defense is played?
Especially with steals. Steals have been, for a long time, haven't had much of a game to them.
Right.
It was kind of a ratings-based dice roll. So that's what I meant when I said the pluck steals are gone.
Yeah.
The ones that are just calculated by, like, here's your rating, here's my rating, I hit the button, let's just play an animation out, that's all gone. So actually, you guys inspired me a lot. Watching Black Market play and watching, like, Bauer play defense, I call him out. I guess it's all you guys, but especially Bauer, and, like, how good he is at anticipating and cutting the dribbler off. I wanted that to be the game. Like, if you can read where the ball handler is going and then hit steal at the right time. We spend a lot of time on that too, just the ball targeting on steals and playing the right animations. They're quicker generally, the animations themselves. So, and not locking you into them as much. But yeah, that whole, the IQ part was important to me. Yeah.
Actually having some stick skill to be rewarded for a steal instead of just, like you said, pressing a button and the game gives it to you.
Yeah, and that was, like I said, the top of the thing is like that was across the board, right? So, but especially with defense, steals, blocks are the same way. We didn't want to just be like, okay, your rating's good, you block everything.
Right.
It's got to be, you got to time it, you got to read, you got to know when to jump, when to stay down, those kinds of things.
I saw some people follow up that they were concerned, like, oh, so what's the point of even going high steal? From my experience playing 2K, the higher your steal, the better reach animations you get. Not just plucks, just better, quicker reaches. You recover faster instead of getting into a long, kind of stumbly reach animation. I'm assuming that's consistent this year.
Yeah, and you even have like, we actually have different collision radius with the hands based on your steal rating. So there'll be times where, like, if you're the ball and I have a lower steal rating, if I get like right on the edge of it and I'll miss it, but that extra couple of like sometimes inches or less than inches can make a difference between a steal and not a steal. So that stuff's all impacted by your steal rating. So there's a reason to invest in steal, especially if you want to be a lock or a two-way. You're going to need it.
You touched on it a little already in terms of the build and play style diversity you're looking to create. Is there anything else gameplay-wise that you would say you're hopeful creates that diversity in 26?
Besides the builds themselves and the takeover system, I think I mentioned on Twitter, we opened up some of the requirements too for like dribble styles and for dribble moves. That so the rule kind of was, if it was like an 80 rating requirement, and you were like, it was like for swings only or for smalls only, that got moved to both. So that's kind of the rule. So I know people were saying like, okay, well that means that like LeBron can get Kyrie's moves, and that's not how it works.
Right.
Kyrie's still going to be limited to the small guards because it's such a high rating.
Yep.
But yeah, opening some of that up is going to, I think, hopefully create some build diversity, or give people options at least. Like if they're only choosing a small guard because they want a certain dribble move style or a certain move itself, maybe they can open that up to a 6'5" or 6'6" now, or 6'7", something like that.
Big shout out to Mike for sitting down with me, but if y'all want to check out this gameplay in action, click that video on the screen right there. That's the NBA 2K26 gameplay breakdown. You don't want to miss it.
Shout out to Mike for sure. Go watch that. But that's before the combo, is it not?
Game online user versus user
right.
gameplay here. The highly anticipated annual gameplay.
But some of these dribble moves have been looking
We're going to be going
crazy.
over everything gameplay related inside this video when it comes to NBA 2K26. We'll be talking about the no RNG pure green window shooting from both 3-point and mid-range. We're going to be talking about the new custom layups and how consistent we think those are going to be. The new dunk meter. We're able to see the green window again, but is it any good? We're going to be talking about dribbling. Can tall build speed boost again? Of course, we've got to cover on-ball defense for all you locks out there. Paint defense, rebounding. We got everything you need when it comes to 2K26 gameplay. I'm also going to be posting some unedited, raw, full game online user versus user gameplay here shortly, so stay on the lookout for that. But take a second, drop a like on the video for me. Let's try to get this video to 20,000 likes, and let's get into this NBA 2K26 gameplay breakdown.
Become
all right, first things first, all the play now clips in this video are on Hall of Fame difficulty. We're going to start off with some dribbling in the Learn 2K core. I don't know what the difficulty was on in there because whites were going in, but the play now clips are all on Hall of Fame. All right, let's start this off with dribbling. A lot of questions to be answered here, a lot of clips here for you to enjoy. Let's talk about it. First thing to remember, these are NBA players. They do not have optimized SIGs. You cannot change their SIGs. They have whatever they have. Durant has Durant SIGs. De'Aaron Fox has De'Aaron Fox SIGs, etc. But the gameplay you're going to see tomorrow, I can't really speak on it, but it's with the My Players, and in the test builder, you could change your SIGs, and it is a night and day difference from how the NBA players move to how you can move when you're able to change your SIGs. But this will give you at least a general idea of how it looks and, you know, how people are bursting. And obviously I know a lot of people from my channel are going to be like, bro, like, are the big builds bursting again? And yes, you can speed boost on big builds. It's a night and day difference between 2K25 and 2K26. And people might say, oh, what about the small guards? And yes, the small guards can fly. They can really chain stuff together. People are definitely going to find some glitchy stuff. You see, you could spam behind the backs. You can spam escapes. There's some really, really good launchy behind the backs now. And you can start to combo those with like explosive behind the backs and momentum behind the backs. And you see
the whole
6'11" Kevin Durant changing direction.
Read our comments.
Dime, you guys are starting to see some of the momentum crossovers. Now, I do want to mention, there's only so many hours in the day at Community Day that you can't really like fully focus on everything. And my boy Young Dirk was really focused on dribbling, so he sent me all these clips in the Learn 2K. So I'm gonna leave the link to his dribble tutorial down below if you want to see more about dribbling after you finish this video. But shout out to Young Dirk for hooking me up with the clips. I did get some dribble clips, but like I wasn't going to spend a few hours on it when I knew other people were doing it. I wanted to focus on other areas of the game so we could get as much information as possible. But what's really nice to see is all these different NBA players have Curry behind the back styles. You know, like Curry has his, Fox has his, Kevin Durant has his, Jimmy Butler has his, etc. And they can all speed boost. And that's just a breath of fresh air, because I feel like in past 2Ks, it was like only 1 or 2 dribble styles could really burst cleanly. So it was like you were forced to use them. Now there's probably going to end up being like a couple that are better than all the other ones, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like before, it was like no matter what, if you weren't using Darius Garland last year, you had a hitch run out or just you had a no burst run out of dribble moves. It looks like there's multiple dribble styles now that can burst. And again, this isn't even with optimal SIGs to go with the dribble style. This is just what the NBA players have on. So just wait till tomorrow when y'all can see how the My Players are moving. Now, I'm definitely interested in your thoughts on the dribbling from what you've seen here. So get your comments in down below and let's start the discussion. That is the Scottie Pippen behind the back that Mike was talking about. You know, they added some more explosive kind of behind the back. That's more. And that Scottie definitely launches you forward. There's also, I think, the Kobe White one.
I appreciate that, bro.
I appreciate it. With it. Now, I know a lot of you guys probably want my opinion on dribbling. So here it is. I spent a fraction of the time dribbling as other creators like Dirk and Koza and other creators. They spent majority of the day dribbling. I spent probably 20-30 minutes, tried it out, and then went to go get other information. But here's what I felt. It felt much more explosive than last year. It felt much more dynamic and like you could you had more burst. You had more pop with the ball in your hands.
This niggas is moving, bro.
Together much more quickly. And most importantly for me personally, it just felt more fun. Now, I understand the bar from 2K25 was set extremely low, so to say it was better or more fun than that is like, well, you know, you're not really saying much, which I get, but it's just how I felt. Like dribbling there, I was like, damn, like this feels a lot more enjoyable than what I was doing the last 12 months on 2K25. So we'll see how the game feels at the official launch date. Because remember last year, people at Community Day found certain ways to
these games,
wise, and then it was removed by the time the actual game came out. So hopefully that's not the case.
I'm saying it like I already played 26,
finding
but
ways to burst and be dynamic.
This shit looking smooth
and be explosive off the dribble. Hopefully all that stuff.
And being one of your videos,
and then we could really dive into it as a community and find some crazy stuff. But that's enough about dribbling. Let's move on to some other gameplay aspects. All right, let's talk about shooting and shot contests. Got a bunch of clips here. Some are going to be open, some contested, some green, some miss. Want y'all to just take a look at it, and I'm gonna just let it play, and you guys can kind of start to assess, you know, how the shooting looks, how the contest system looks, and get your thoughts down.
It was weird seeing KD on the Rockets, no cap.
I know people are gonna ask about RNG and the pure green window and how did it feel and blah blah blah. Obviously, it's just a few, you know, hours that I was playing the game because I also had to get, you know, my builder stuff done and all that. But the green window definitely felt more precise. Like when you got it right, it was green. But when you got it wrong, it was earlier, it was late. Like you were like, it was, like if you were slightly off, it was doinking. So when I talked to Mike in that interview I did with him, he explained it, if you could compare it to anything, was like a more skill-based 2K24 shooting system. And I could kind of see where he's coming from, just because of, you know, yes, you have the pure green window, but it is, you got to be more precise than you were on 24. And that I did feel that. Now, obviously, it's just a few hours. We'll see how it plays out when the game actually drops. But another thing that was noticeable was player height really matters still on the shooting. You know, taller builds definitely shoot over people and, you know, get contested less than the shorter builds. And Kevin Durant was an absolute god because of that. I mean, KD was, I think everyone's way more accurate. We're gonna switch gears over to mid-range a little bit.
Yeah, it looks smoother, bro.
Mid-range felt really good. Tested it with
everyone's
KD,
build.
Shea,
I said everyone's build.
Like a Curry clip, like, Luka clip. Like definitely shot
those
a few
first clips he showed in the beginning,
definitely
bro.
using it a lot with Kevin Durant, just trying to just see how the contest system was registered.
But like what he was just showing before these games.
Shea on the other team, and then I was using KD, and we basically
was looking smooth, bro.
Good 10-15 minutes straight. They feel really good. I know they were good on 25.
They really look like the player, bro.
And again, the height thing, I know I'm harping on it a lot, but like you start to see how people are, you know, you saw in the dribbling in the beginning of this video, right? Like people are able to move now on the bigger players, and that wasn't even my players. Like I said, that was NBA players, and you were still bursting and doing all that.
Yeah, that is true. Those are NBA players.
Really, like shooting over people in terms of that advantage. Like you might actually see a back and forth this year of small guards and big guards both being viable again. I think overall for the game, that would be beautiful. A little bit more build diversity, a little bit more play style diversity.
Bro,
what I will say about shot
good,
contests is they definitely felt stronger than 2K25.
I hope it looks like this.
2K25 to me felt like
in the
you
park
were kind of praying for a contest. Like 90% of stuff just
clean.
registered open. It didn't feel like that on this game. It definitely felt stronger, but not stronger to the point where ghost contests were happening like in past 2Ks. If a dude had his hand down, especially against a guy like Durant who's so tall, but even other players that we tested like Shea and stuff, it would say open if their hand was down. So if they reached and you shot it, it said open. If they jump, but they were, you know, super late getting out to you, it would still say open. If you created enough space, like on that fade over Chet right there, it says open. But then if they, you know, if they're under you and they get a hand near your face or near where the ball was, or they jump in time to get there before you release the ball, they'd register some type of contest. Now let's talk about rhythm shooting, the new rhythm shooting system, right? Apparently you only have to green the tempo. And that is confirmed because you're about to see a couple clips of it, and I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna be honest.
Damn.
You know, apparently, if you don't green the timing,
no wet bullets at the
it
illegal
makes
screen.
it harder to green the tempo. But as long as you just green the tempo, it still goes in. And I'll be honest.
Yeah, they put that as a illegal
without the meter, it's kind of like, man,
no, I feel about
lights
that.
Is kind of what I feel like, you know. Even though I understand the system is different, but when you turn the meter on and see
this
it
Friday,
visually,
I'm ready, bro.
I mean, I'll be honest. It hurts my soul. I'm like,
oh,
bro,
Lord.
this dude is making a 3/4 bar shot, but I understand the logic is different now, but I think we're all like ingrained in the 2K25 rhythm shooting system. Let me know your comments down below. Let's talk quick about perimeter defense bumps. You see right here, Lu Dort cuts off Kevin Durant coming up the court, and they get a physical body up, cut off, like bump in.
Damn.
If someone's moving, if a dribbler is moving, and you cut them off, you will get a bump,
I didn't even
physical
get
body up bump. But a big difference I noticed was on 2K25, if someone was standstill dribbling at the top of the key, you could just like press against them and interrupt that dribble sequence. Now, I'm not going to say it's impossible to interrupt
honestly,
someone's
if you ain't get 25, you ain't really miss out
on
much, bro.
In the limited amount of time that I had, but it definitely felt night and day difference to 25. 25
but this is looking
like
way smoother, bro.
On the perimeter standstill, you could just basically run up to them, smash into them, and interrupt their whole dribble combo, and it would put their player in like a bump animation.
Hey, that's what I was doing
like
all the
time. Game until they started moving. Once they started to try to burst past you left or right, or try to drive to the basket or whatever, then if you were running with them, then there would be some type of body up collision. But we'll have to see, you know, how that plays out throughout the year. But it definitely was a noticeable difference in my opinion. Last quick thing for perimeter defense bumps off the little push cross here into the defender's leg, lose the ball. I know a lot of people are like anti push cross, anti De'Aaron Fox crossover. Well, position yourself correctly, you could be knocking that ball free without even having to reach. All right, let's talk about layups. We know custom layups and slow-mo Euros and all this new layup
weird
stuff
seeing Cooper Flag in there, bro.
Layups definitely felt much improved from 2K25, but that's not saying much. Layups were pretty awful in 2K25. Size matters. You saw that one right there with Giannis. You're going to see some with Trey, Luka. Size matters in terms of getting contested. It felt like the bigger players definitely could go up with more 50-50 takes, and the green window would stay a bit bigger than the smaller players. But overall, whether it was Trey, Luka, De'Aaron Fox, Giannis, whoever it was, being able to see the green window, I know it was an old feature. Like we had it in 2K24, then they got rid of it, they brought it back. I'm not hyping it up like, whoa, like this is, but it's just nice to be able to see it, not only to help you know when to release the timing of the layup, but also so you know what's a good take and a bad take, and help you understand what you can and can't go up with. Now let's talk about driving dunks. All right, dunk meter. You know, I know a lot of you guys have been asking me about this, so let's talk about it. First thing I'll say, size matters again. It felt like the bigger players got more consistent green windows. Some concerning things was I still feel like there's some kinks that need to be worked out in terms of the dunk. I have a couple of specific clips coming up here in just a second, and I did bring it to their attention, and I'm sure other people did as well at Community Day. And as we know, we saw last year,
the Kyrie handles were looking crazy, bro.
You know, last year they nerfed builds and took out certain dribble boost animations and stuff. But check out a couple of these animations. You're gonna see me beat the defender, and or whoever I'm playing against gets past me.
It's looking smooth. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's looking like a good year.
To the hoop by the time he goes up with the dunk, and the dunk window stays small. So that's a little alarming to me. I feel like there's, like I said, there's still some kinks to definitely work out. Like this one right here, it's a clean drive, blew by the defender, clean line at the hoop, but because like when I started the dunk, maybe the defender was still like pushed against me. I'm not really sure. Like I said, there's some stuff to still fix.
That flush poster, bro.
Said, we're still getting some nice contact dunks at times. You know, sometimes the green windows were big, sometimes they were small, so definitely figuring out exactly how the logic works. But something I definitely like is when they take you out of the dunk meter, you turn it into a layup, and it's usually a pretty gradable layup. So I feel like that is a nice change.
I don't even know who's on each team this year anymore, bro.
They took me out of the dunk meter, and now the play is cooked. It's like, nah, in real life, it's like,
it's hard not to like OKC, bro.
So I'm gonna, you know, adjust my body,
especially
and be able
like,
to turn into a layup type of thing. So we'll have to see how the dunk meter plays out. Like, I'm not really sure if it's good or bad yet.
I feel like when I really started becoming a fan of basketball,
it
was like the old Clippers with like CP3 in them.
Let's move on to interior defense.
Like CP3, Blake.
Definitely some crazy interior defense animations. Like, look at this one by Rudy. My God. I mean, to be fair, it's Rudy and Wemby. They have great interior defense stats.
But yeah, like back then, like CP3,
you can definitely get some crazy stuff.
Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan.
You see how big the green.
That team was fun. That's when I started becoming a fan of basketball.
Like Wemby, just going.
And then like I seen OKC.
It kind of feels like it's like
OKC when they had Kevin Durant, Westbrook, Harden.
It's kind of, I'm not really sure.
That was like my favorite team.
To see how it plays out, but they both.
So I feel like I never really gained a favorite team after that. I started just liking players.
It's like you'd get a crazy Annie.
I just liked Westbrook a lot.
If you went up with the standing dunk and they weren't entirely
Giannis a lot.
position, you would just boom
because
it.
where I live,
Also,
there's
a little
no
detail
like
I noticed right
no
here was as Joel was
team
backing
near
down
me.
Wemby. Look at when
But,
Wemby
like,
jumped.
I guess
his hand was
Toronto,
behind. Like
but-
Joel pinned him so deep in the dead zone that when he jumped, his hand hit the back of the backboard and it registered open.
But yeah,
I feel
that's
like in
why.
past
If
games,
I had a,
sometimes if you did that,
if there was
it
a
would still
team in my
register
city,
as
I'd
a
definitely
test because
support
it was
them.
like
But I think
it thought you were
OKC is
supposed
my
to be
team.
there, but you weren't actually there because you got stuck on the hoop. I don't know, just something like a small little detail I noticed. But you see the size of these standing dunk meters, you could definitely go crazy with the standing dunks, but then you also saw
making a
some of
point on
the
the center,
paint
bro.
stop animations I was getting is like you could definitely go crazy with
Yeah, I
the
live in
interior
Canada,
stops
bro.
as well. Like here's one from Wemby. I mean,
Ooh,
I'm
Lord.
not really sure which one's going to be better, but they both definitely felt viable. At least for the
That
little
one
bit
is
that I
crazy,
tested
bro.
it.
The
Last
Wemby
thing,
versus Ja.
rebounding. You can turn off the green feedback in the player HUD. I did notice that. I know some people have been asking that, but as you can see here, you don't have to green the rebound to get it. You know, Mike has already talked about that, but just so people could be clear about that. And then even here, I'm on Jokic. I green the rebound, and my teammate grabs it instead of me. So just because you green it doesn't mean you're automatically going to get it.
So what's the point of greening the
This is what
rebound?
green feedback looks like. Figure we'll just touch on that real quick. But if you guys want to see raw, unedited footage of the first part game in NBA 2K26, click that video on the screen right there. We're not going to waste any time. We're jumping straight into it. Y'all asked for raw, unedited NBA 2K26 gameplay. And I got
you're like overseas or something, or
for y'all. I'm actually still in the hotel room. I
in
was just at community day
comparison.
for 12 hours in the builder and getting some gameplay
my
for y'all.
team.
And as soon as I got back to the hotel
Clark.
room, we're already editing and, you know, getting on the mic to talk to y'all about it. So drop a like on the video for me. I really appreciate it. Let's try to get this video to 10,000 likes and let's talk about it. All right.
Hey, she moving.
I'm in the white. I'm in the white jerseys. My team's white. Swag's in a black jersey. Swag is my pro-am team, and I play park with him for the last, I don't know, 5, 6 years. You know, me and Swag go way back. So we decided to match up in the my team triple
like
threat. So
7 a.m. over there.
We pulled up some my team cards. Luckily, I was able to. I was lucky enough to pull LeBron James. So we got some LBJ gameplay here for you for my first time on 2K26. And listen. A few things to notice about this gameplay. We were not able to customize our HUD. So we weren't able to turn off our shot meters. We were not able to change our shot feedback. We were not able to customize any of that.
Man, we don't dunk on her, bro.
That's going to kind of hinder the gameplay a little bit. And also, it's literally our first couple minutes playing NBA 2K26. So there's going to be some rough moments, but y'all wanted it unedited, and I understand why. Because y'all want to see the game.
I'm playing on Xbox.
Y'all want to see this, that, and the third.
Xbox. Look at that cross-platform,
Now, I also want to mention,
remember that shit used to be
the my team cards for these NBA and WNBA players. So they have their own animations. And as y'all know, they're not optimized
that also helped too.
When we make our my players, we
making that cross-platform.
The best escape.
It took them way too long to do it, though.
With the best behind the back, with the best hezzy, and it all comes together, and it's able to move a lot more efficiently and quicker and just better than the NBA and WNBA players because you got optimized SIGs. So my point is, some of the bursts that you're going to see in these gameplays, it might look clunky sometimes, but you have to realize a lot of these players don't have great SIGs attached to their my team cards.
My name on Xbox.
Like when you'll see the gameplay tomorrow, and you see the builder and people being able to test their builds, and when we tested the builds, we could customize the SIGs. You're going to see it's a night and day difference in terms of how people can kind of burst and speed boost and change directions and start to chain glitchy stuff together. And then of course when the full game drops and like the whole community's out there,
no, it's not
it really
that.
Looks like we're gonna find some.
It is not that.
Stuff
Hold on.
Because the bigger players, like obviously last year the small players could burst.
It's
the
this.
big players on this game can definitely move. Move a lot better than 2K25.
I'm tripping. It's that second one.
Back with Bron pulling up. Y'all already know how we're coming with Bron on 2K26. All right, so make sure y'all tuned in tomorrow. My Bron build is dropping, and I'm excited for that one. But
they're making a Bron build.
We're up 11-2. Swag, I don't know what he's doing, but I'm trying to
blitz
the ball hand because I know Mike was talking about how they nerfed the plucks and blitz steals will be rewarded. So I'm really trying to blitz the ball hand and go for him, but I'm getting called for a foul here and there. You do see, though, I don't know if you can tell in this, in my gameplay breakdown video that I posted earlier, I kind of talked about this. When someone stands still dribbling, you can't just, like, push up against them and just knock Swag. Swag's giving me too much space. Bron's knocking it down yet again. 14-2. It's an absolute flood. But what I was talking about was when someone stands still dribbling, you can't just bump them out of, like, their combo. But as soon as they start moving and like trying to drive or trying to run to the side, then all of a sudden the body up like perimeter defense, You see, like right there, that's Caitlin Clark, like pretty much stonewalling LeBron James.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Sounds crazy, but let's ignore the physics behind it in terms of the, WNBA versus NBA players. I know people are probably gonna freak out about that, but
that is one thing you have to ignore that.
When it comes to my team,
you can't be like, why is Caitlin Clark?
But that's not the point of what I'm saying. The point
stopping Braun, but
is
you gotta just realize, like,
when you're on the move,
it happen with anyone. You know what I'm saying?
The defender gets much better bumps when you're standing and you're trying to go, tween cross. You're doing like a size up or something.
LeBron stays OP,
like run
bro.
up to the guy and just bump him out of that dribble combo. It didn't seem to be the case on 26. When they're on the move and you cut them off, you do get a body up. But when they're standstill dribbling, which I guess is like real life, if someone's dribbling at the top of the key and you're a defender, you can't just run into them and just knock them backwards and knock them out of their dribble sequence, right? That would be called a foul. So I guess in that sense it makes sense. But I'm just reporting what I felt playing the game. You know what I mean? I felt like when I was standstill dribbling, I could combo all I wanted. And then as soon as I got on the move, if they got on my hip or they cut me off to the basket, there would be some type of physical collision animation, and that was something that I noticed that was different in terms of the body ups and the dribbling. But first game on 2K26, 21-7. Bron went crazy, 8 for 8, 2 for 2 from 3, so
yeah,
definitely
that's
happy about that. But now we're going to head over to the 2v2 courts. Me and Swag are going to team up. So let's get into the 2v2 gameplay. And this is all users. This is me and Swag versus 2 users. I'm not really sure who it is. It's just, letters and numbers as gamer tags. So I'm not really sure. But all 4 people on the court being controlled by users. So as you can expect, we've been playing the game for 20 minutes at this point. It is going to be a sloppy gameplay. But at least y'all will get to see some raw, unedited gameplay. And like I said, we couldn't customize the player HUD, couldn't turn off the shot meters. There's a lot of stuff that kind of made it even more challenging. But you get to see kind of a little bit more user on user action, because although last game it was me and Swag playing, there was still 4 AIs on the court. It was more team control mode as opposed to single, everyone controlling an individual single player on the court.
Oh my God, no stamp.
It's a nice little change of pace. Now I am curious, what are your thoughts already after watching me and Swag play that 3v3 there? Is there anything you saw that you liked, that you didn't like, that concerns you? Just what are your thoughts? Comment it down below. I will be reading the comments to kind of see where your guys' head is at, and then maybe even answer some of your guys' questions down there if I have time in between editing all these videos that I'm trying to get out for you guys in a timely fashion. As I said, I'm in the hotel room. We're on the grind. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know how I get this time of year. I do everything I can for y'all boys. Y'all always, y'all always show love back. So, the feeling is mutual. I appreciate y'all, and clearly, I mean, the way you guys support the videos, you guys appreciate it as well. So I love that. But let's keep it going. Wemby with the block. Now we've already seen Wemby has the 99 block, so you would hope, right? You would hope he'd be able to get his hand on the ball. Wemby has the so I love that. But let's keep it going. Wemby with the block. Now we've already seen Wemby has the 99 block, so you would hope, right? You would hope he'd be able to get his hand on the ball here or there, and that was a nice inside block. Now we're going to a little pick and roll here. I go up. You see, I try to go up for the dunk meter. He takes me out of the dunk meter, but it still converts to a layup, and usually it is a makeable layup. It's not like a sliver of a green window. Like that was a pretty decent size green window on the layup, and of course, you can see the green window. We already knew this, but you can see the green window again on the dunks and the layups. So that is a beautiful thing. And thank goodness for that, revision, going back to the way it used to be.
They both green that rebound.
Again, the shot meter just messes with me, bro. I try to pull up. I'm shooting a bounce back half bar. Iverson is pulling up in the corner. He's knocking it down. Me and Swag are down 7-4. It ain't looking too good. But I'm about to turn up and take this thing over with LeBron. Now, you're about to see here in just a second. AI pulls up and he misses, and then Swag's going to hit me on the kick out. I'm going to drive in and going for a meter dunk here, and it's a good-sized green window. And, I mean, Jokic is in the paint, but it's not like a...
Wemby was kind of holding him.
Like putting me into contact dunk animation or anything like that, but it just feels like a good time to kind of talk about my thoughts on the driving dunks and finishing in general. From what I saw, I did talk about it in my gameplay break.
Big long arm ass nigga, bro. Look at that shit.
In general, from what I saw, I did talk about it in my gameplay breakdown. If y'all didn't watch that earlier, I definitely recommend y'all check that out. But finishing on this game, one thing I noticed is size really matters. And I think this was true in 2K25 as well, but you couldn't really, you didn't have the visible green window to back it up.
Oh, Lord.
But we know on the perimeter, right? If you're a tall player, it's a lot harder for them to contest you. You know, you're shooting over those and you know, blah, blah, blah. Y'all get what I'm saying in terms of the perimeter. But in the paint, I feel like the same thing is true. In the gameplay breakdown I did a lot of testing with like Ja and Ant, you know, smaller dunkers. And then I also had Giannis, who's, you know, 6'11", a much bigger player. And it just felt like Giannis was getting more consistent good sized green windows. Now there was times where his, you know, shrunk and whatnot, but it really felt like finishing.
Nigga, you missed that?
Also, not just depended on your attributes and badges,
Why the
but
fuck
the
did you
size
miss
of your
that?
player. And I feel like to an extent it
It's
makes
not green?
sense, right? Like Ja Morant coming full head of steam, it's scary, but Giannis coming full head of steam is frightening. Like that's a really difficult thing to stop. And although they're both great dunkers, great finishers, the size does matter. So I think it's not a crazy concept to have in the game, but it was definitely, in terms of what I tested in the few hours I got to play, it definitely felt noticeable that the bigger players could, you know, just kind of get a little more leeway in what they could and couldn't go up with in terms of not just the dunks, but the layups as well. The layups got contested a lot less on the taller players. Like I remember I was testing with like Trae Young and Luka and stuff. I went up with Trae that got contested. I feel like I went up with similar stuff with Luka, but because he's, you know, 6'7", 6'8", whatever he is, it was registering.
This shit is looking smooth though. I'm not gonna lie, the game is looking smooth,
finishing
bro.
department, the size and the height on this game definitely plays a factor. And like I said, I feel like that's how it was last year, but just couldn't really back it up with any visual proof because we didn't have the visible green windows. But check this out. We've seen a couple lobs now, and as y'all can see, not only you got to time them, but you got to select one of the 4 face buttons on the controller. And I ain't gonna lie, especially early on, it's gonna be an adjustment. Like I missed my first one, and you know I'm somebody that probably catches more lobs than the usual 2K player. I'm always, you know,
I forgot about that.
Those dunking type of builds, and you know I have fun with the lobs and the contact dunks and stuff like that. But it's definitely gonna be a little adjusting to having to click different buttons. I feel like just psychologically, you have like a habit about that, you know, built into your psyche that you're just gonna automatically press the shoot button, and it ain't like that. You gotta lock in and actually click the right button. So that's gonna be a little adjustment. I think people will get used to it, but it also I feel like could deter people from throwing lobs in general, just because now it's like, man, there's an even more chance your teammate messes it up, especially like in the random wreck or something like that. Like we're gonna see a lot of funny moments with those alley-oops in a random wreck. I already see it, but check it out. Even though LeBron is big and he's got decent finishing ratings and badges and all that, still get a basically no chance of greening that. Decent finishing ratings and badges and all that, still get a basically no chance of greening that meter dunk right there. So it certainly isn't anything OP. And if you watched the gameplay breakdown, there's actually some stuff I'm pretty concerned about that I addressed in there. And you know, I did bring it to their attention. I think other people did as well. So hopefully they're able to sort it out by launch. But there was some stuff with the dunking that logically really didn't make sense. But again, it is the community day version of the game. It's not the final product that we're going to play at launch. So hopefully they're able to fix those small things that we noticed in terms of the dunk meter being like just randomly inconsistent for no reason.
It was weird seeing Jokic do standing dunks, bro.
Gameplay breakdown is the place to go check it out. And that video is going to pop up on the screen here in just a second after we finish this thing off. Wemby's ripping down the rebound. He's going to hit me. And if you wanted to see a 2-hand tomahawk contact dunk to finish it off, there you go, man. Click that video on the screen right there.
Very
Brown-esque. The gameplay breakdown, everything you need to know about NBA 2K26
very Brown-esque.
Go check it out.
I think he said he's going to drop a different video. I was niggas dropping builds, bro. I was niggas talking about builds already, bro. Like what, bro? Shit, that's a 3 of them. They hop on 25, bro. After seeing that, I do not want to play 25, bro. Like, I'm trying to get to 26 already, bro. I'm just so glad I'm not in school, bro. Only got work. So, you know what I'm saying? That should not gonna be as much of a problem to grind the game. A lot of years prior, you know what I'm saying? 2K drops and it's a struggle.
make sure you try to just make
Bet. Bro, looking at that 26 shit, bro. Like, nigga's ready though. Nigga is ready to get to it, bro. I forgot I had the mascot on. Kind of clean. Someday. They give me that rep. No, it's not changing anything. I think this week, bro, this week might be a lot more calm streams, like calm, short streams. Probably just reacting to shit. What's good, bro? But I think this week might be some calmer streams until 26 drops. Bro. Once 26 drops, you gotta jump up again, you know what I'm saying? Back from practice. Shit, bro. I woke up like a little bit before the stream. Tidied up the room some, and I was like, all right. I ain't streamed yesterday, bro. I think that's the first day I missed this month. Look, let me jump on stream. Let me jump on stream, bro. It's tough, bro. Those 2 weeks I have work, streaming so much. After that, I feel like the thing is, when it was 11 a.m. here, I was at practice. Yeah. I think the thing is, bro, before my 2-week break, I was not streaming that much, bro. Like if I worked a day, I might not stream that day. But like a lot has changed. Like, yeah, I'm trying to get as many streams as possible, bro. Trying to stay as consistent as possible. How was that practice though? That practice was good. Yep. It was great. It was 2 of them. What was the 2 different practices you had? They were both great. That's good. That's good. Got my ass beat on coach. First one was technical pad work and a little sparring with coach. The second one was back work. Hour each and an hour apart. You putting that work in, bro. Like ass beat by coach, bro. That nigga got the cooking, bro. Mm, 7-3. Hey, sometimes that's needed though. I need coach to cook you a little bit. Could have got that. He shorter man always lights my ass up when he gets close. That boy his Mike Tyson shit, bro.
Hey, good shot.
Yo, how did I get hit? It's my bad.
Oh, it's fine.
Yo, ain't give him no foul, no nothing. Wow. I seen that 26 content, but I don't even want to play 25 no more. Let me get to it though. Damn.
Holy bullshit. Let's go in his face, bro. Hey, look. The pass.
It looks better, but I ain't buying. Maybe on Christmas if I like what I see. I get that. I'm not gonna lie, I'd already pre-ordered it before looking, bro, just based off like I be making content. But once I seen it, I was like, alright. I'm not mad at this pre-order. Should kick the wide. See one man KD moving crazy. I mean, there are some things like just with their signatures, basically. I'm ready to see what's happening.
The pass. Ah, 2K, what? Oh, but that's my first game.
I don't know why right now I was gonna get that boy. Everyone moving too crazy. I mean, they did say the game was 10% faster, so it's like. I mean, the interview with Mike that Joe Knows had said that like they try to make every build like OP in a sense, where it's like whatever you want to be, you could be OP if you commit to like a certain thing. So hopefully it's a nice balanced year. So slow again. Yeah, no, this game was like incredibly slow. Yeah. Might be passing too much. That's a great thing. I like that. More BS builds. Yeah. I mean, you know, people are probably still gonna make trash builds in general if they like. You know what I mean? If they just don't know how to make a good build. Because he was even saying like, bronze everything ain't gonna do too much for you in comparison to. Bro, no way. You just seen 3 people in the paint. I shot it. No way none of us grabbed that ball.
I'm saying he's going up with everything. Nobody's being calm, bro.
But are you saying like, you need at least silver or gold to really feel a badge?
There was 3 people on there.
So, I mean, I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna try to think too negative of it, bro. Like, I feel like that's a problem. When you start thinking negative about the game and then you just hate everything that happens. I was like, bro. You like shit, like.
What's up? What's up?
I just gotta appreciate
okay.
it. Yo, bro. What's going on?
Cherry picking though.
I'm about to start shooting, man.
Hey, that's a good take. Good shit.
Oh, the center jumping. Bro, I don't know what's going on. This team is not locked in. What's going on? Right. I'm getting some crazy dunks right now, still. Hey, move over. He would have been open like motherfucker. Damn.
That's my bad.
Hey, no. I can't remember, but I'm not even thinking right now. I'm in like an autopilot, but I don't know what's going on. I'm just living.
People open, bro.
See, that nigga so late, bro. He's buns.
Oh gosh, way too late. I got like 50 seconds left. I missed it though. It's my bad, but still, bro. I wasn't expecting
Oh my
that.
god, I could have stole that. Yo. What is going on?
Nigga, oh my god, bro. That's a
What are you calling timeout for, bro?
Yo, bro. Good take. That's a good take. This shit.
Passing to y'all good the whole time. Now you want to call timeout on me, bro?
Good pass. Good shit. You gotta fix that.
Who's watching here?
Damn, bro.
That's good. I gotta make that 2K. The fuck?
Ain't no one call timeout on his bum ass.
That's why I don't be switching shit.
I don't know what's going on. This team is actually butt.
That. What's up?
Should try to reach again. I always manage getting these open cuts, bro. what? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
They would be a
Somebody gotta get all the
fullback,
fucking
keep dribbling
trade
with the ball. They would keep dribbling the ball. Niggas gotta get y'all shit together. Yeah.
Why did it make him stop like that, though? That's the same thing they call timeout on me. Same thing called timeout on me. Ran back out of the paint and shot a contested 3.
Good shot. Come on. That's all we gotta
Calling
do.
timeout on you, dog.
Somebody open every single play. They not expecting us to pass the fucking ball.
Oh,
Oh, take a mid-range. Oh my.
this team is cheeks, bro.
Let me even go open, bro. Let me press square.
That
Hey, it's a.
who is that? Small forward got that. Got to pass out like that? He was holding since World 2.
Outside. Oh my god.
What is you doing, bro? So your ass called a timeout on me, bro. Oh, see, now he's mad. He called a timeout on me. Now he's mad. Fucking trash. Trash ass nigga, bro. He was not about to do nothing with that. He was gonna get his shit blocked, bro.
Nigga, oh my god! Bro, y'all gotta be the dumbest niggas ever.
You on the mic?
Yo, PG, you a bitch ass nigga.
Hey, what are you even saying? Turn your mic up. Nobody can hear you, bro.
PG is a
20,
bitch ass
bro.
nigga.
Bro, you boy.
Because he's a bitch ass nigga.
He's not hitting me on open cuts. I get that.
That's what I'm saying. He's not even looking for shit. But he want the ball all the time. He ain't doing shit with the ball. He sucks. He's not setting nobody up. He's not doing nothing. But then he wants the ball all the time. What are you doing?
It's crazy how fucking botany niggas are, bro. He was not, but he was gonna get his shit blocked if he went up with that. And then he gets mad that I called the timeout on him when I wasn't even doing nothing with the rock.
You're
He called the timeout on me. I could have just called all the timeouts right there.
Not
But
saying
like,
nobody up, but he want the ball all the damn time.
Why y'all giving this nigga the ball? He's trash.
Look, bro, my nigga leaving me open.
I mean, he sucks.
I was going past the power forward. He ain't fucking keep cutting though. Stopped at the 3. He could have cut. Oh, easy. There's so many bodies in the paint, bro. It's raps. Some dude talks my way saying you suck. I do not care. I'm not about to ruin my peace for this. You saying I suck? Like, these niggas have been doing worse than me? Tell the guy that fucking called all the timeouts, he sucks, bro. Shooting, yes. The shooting guard had his mic on before, so probably is. I still don't care. I better not be the shooting guard because this nigga has 20 points on him. That's a bad look. You're telling someone else you suck. You can't even play defense.
Good take. That's a good take. That's a good take. Side.
Cause he bricked that shit.
Side.
I don't know why he double teaming me. I do not need you there to guard me.
No way.
Oh, that's crazy. Thank you for the shooting foul. I think it's the shooting guard. Awesome. Y'all suck.
Yeah.
They still suck. Hold on, man. Actually, better not be the shooting guard saying I suck. This nigga is 3 for 9.
Look, I'm wide open, baby. Wide open. Look.
Like, everything he's doing in the game is worse than me.
This nigga's cherry picking. Take that.
Look at you. Trash. He ain't got more points than me. He ain't shooting better than me. He ain't playing defense better than me.
Yesterday I was at 23 last 3 games.
We got 2 AIs at the big. That shit ain't not else.
I respect it.
Man, them niggas behind. I can't get us no foul. Yeah, quit out the game. Not really, just not really, just don't care, bro. What? 7 more points. 4 more shots. About to start trying to double team. How the? Oh, I'm trying to dunk it. This nigga jumps backwards into that guy. That's bad moves. So he's gonna keep running to the corner. Appreciate it. That's crazy. What are you doing? Hey. Oh my God. I'm just so glad I laid him out, bro. Pause. Center on his ass. All that matters. My nigga jump. Cut right behind me. You know you're not like that, bro. You know you're not good enough to be doing that, bro. I am. nigga sucks, man. I'm very tempted to ask him if he's trying to play 1v1. I ain't trying to do all of that at the same time. God damn. Yo. 5v2 is crazy. You remember. That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know why that guy left. That's free rep. I mean, shit. It is the end of the year, bro. Don't nobody care. Excuse me. Yeah, that triple team shit don't work on me, bro. That shit do not work on me, bro. I don't care how much we're losing, bro. Don't try that shit, bro. Apparently they fixed that too. Apparently they fixed that too in the game. In 26, you want to see. You gonna try to get one off on the center, on the AI. Damn. I'm gonna go chill in bed, maybe catch some sleep. Tired, sure. Hey, take it easy, bro. Appreciate you pulling up, though. Let's get busy. I'm shooting guard. No board. But I feel like there's so much less care when I'm guard. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just trying to get to the butt. But once I'm center, like I actually care. Like, who am I swinging this rock to, bro? hug. Oh, boy, you think I'm gonna press you too? What fuck, gang? I should have just iconed it over there. Oh my god. Great brick behind. Fuck it. You take it. I could have kicked that out. I probably should have kicked it out. I had a chance at a 3. Yo, what's going on, bro? Someone not being guarded. Damn. Reaching like a mug on this nigga, bro. Take it easy, bud. Tried to get to him. Thought it was open, huh? Oh, what the fuck is going on, bro? For OG. I ain't even tripping. That's not my man. God damn, that nigga slipping right by him, dog. Ooh, I was about to boom that. I was about to boom that for sure. Damn. Hey, appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, me boy. I knew he was passing there. I just didn't commit to it. Yo, gang. Alright. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. I'm not sure anymore who is lost. Man. I'm finna leave the nigga open at the 3, bro. It's way too early. Damn. Hit that hoe. Didn't even realize it was the buzzer, bro. It's not locked in. Oh, I'm tripping. Excuse me. Won't say goodbye to you. To you. My people, my people. Yo, my guy, bro. You know your shit's getting sent. Stop. Stop. Stop, bro. Try to keep an SSD. Oh my god. Oh, got this small ass center, bro. Great shot, boy. God damn. To you. Surprised that one didn't get blocked, no cap. Defensive break. Come on, bro. I was on the brink of blocking that shit, bro. Oh my god. I'll hold the fuck out of me and you know it, bro. Damn, bro. Dang it, bro. All my points have been off of fucking cuts, bro. I'm trying to dribble the rock, bro. You see, why did my nigga open up like that and let him run by? Shit was not necessary. I need that Drew Holiday type defense, bro. That. He was there, bro. He's standing there fucking emoting, bro. Oh wow. Dang. He just runs past you. Look at that shit. I'm not running back on defense, bro. Ain't nobody fucking stop. Fuck my animation, bro. Fuck my dunk animation. Just let me slap my shit off the glass. I can't believe I'm not grabbing that shit. He's not looking to pass, bro. He just wants to get fucking points. And then he throws it off. What the fuck? What timing is that shit, bro? Cheeky bastard. We was winning, bro. How the fuck is we down 5? Oh, I love these reach animations. Oh, so much.
Yeah, y'all don't see me open out here, bro. That big man ain't guarding me at all. Like, goddamn. Every time y'all go down there and get y'all shot blocked, bro, I'm somewhere.
This nigga's not looking to pass, bro.
Fuck.
I told you, this nigga's
pass the fucking ball. Point guard got 3 goddamn assists going into the 4th quarter.
Great Lord. I need my steals, coach. Straight interceptions. Oh, God. Tried to get to it. Tried to get to it, bro.
See you, big. Now what about the point guard again? I see you, big.
Watch me while I'm over here. We don't need no on-ball reach, bro. Got to get that ball. Perhaps we can be ups. I feel like every time I actually get to the paint with a possible, even a slight possibility of being able to get a putback, the niggas make it. Or I get to the paint and I'm too early, too late, some shit, you know what I'm saying? Golly, boy, stop all that reaching. You know what I'm saying? But that one I might have had a chance if it missed. He ain't missed. I'm saying there, I got there like way too early. No, he ain't passing shit. He could pass that right up to the corner, bro. Just went up with a simple dunk.
Good. I felt the highlight.
Nigga. You's a hoe, bro. You ain't gonna lie. You pass it to me while I'm deep in the fucking paint, though.
Hey, boy.
Hey, there we go. Finally got one, bro. I was trying to get one this whole fucking game. No cap. Finally got myself one.
Fucking alley, bro. I double tapped that bitch. That bitch came out as a fucking float pass.
Hey, GG, y'all fellas. GG. Appreciate y'all bearing with me, man. I just made this build like an hour ago.
You give up?
Nigga, you just made that bill an hour ago.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Shit.
I just wanted to
Man.
experiment with a dribbling big man, honestly.
Yeah, that part. Hey, you must got your you got your attributes and everything.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
you got
yeah,
like
yeah,
plus like what? What you got like +8? +9?
Shit, I got like plus 18.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's actually kind of balanced in
that
like,
shit be-
who's
That's
the
why you
scoring.
playing like that.
Oh yeah, I'm just testing because
Some teams.
I'm just gonna have a little fun with a build.
Well,
Shit,
like,
what you think about 26?
Man, look,
the
man,
gap between us is 8
with no
points.
RNG, I'm ready. I'm
So
ready, boy.
you already pre-ordered?
Oh, hell yeah, for shit show.
Yeah, I just got my shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you talking, bro. I gotta ask, my nigga, where the fuck you from?
I'm from deep south, my nigga, deep south,
Who?
Tennessee.
Oh yeah, cause look, when you said for shit show, my nigga, I'm from
He
Devin.
got 19 and
You
19,
said
bro.
that, I
He
was
could
like,
have
damn, hold on.
20,
That
20,
nigga
you
sound
know.
like me.
Yeah, you know our lingo
It's
translated
tough.
all across the south, man. We hear somebody say it, we gonna pick it up. Shit.
You feel me? Like shit, but I shit, like, you know what I'm saying, for shit show.
Basketball,
You know,
man, I'm not the one to
nigga from
play
Memphis,
with.
Tennessee,
Yeah,
Nashville, my
yeah,
nigga,
yeah.
all the way
Jared.
from Arkansas, my nigga. You know we, but I'm up here
Cash
in New
money
York, so they
more.
don't
Jared
understand our
Rich.
shit. That's why I've been up here for like 4 years straight. So it's
Oh,
like
Joe
me
knows
hearing your
already dropped the
accent,
edit
I
bill,
can hear
the
my
edit
shit.
video.
I can hear it from you. So it just, that shit,
We in
bro,
this
when you leave the
mode.
South, my nigga, and go somewhere where people don't sound like you, I swear to God.
Yeah. No fuck that. No fuck that. We can just go ahead and check out that. Oh. You know what I'm saying? Ask about me. I'm not the one to play with. I bet. Got next joint up. What the hell is that? Fuck all that.
The NBA 2K26
Here
My
we
Player
go.
Builder breakdown. Drop a like on the video for me. Let's try to get this to 20,000 likes. Now, first things first, the layout looks a little different, but for the most part, it works the same. You got your height, weight, wingspan. You can change that in the main menu. This is the first screen that you see, but I recommend pressing the bumper to get the detailed view. The detailed view is going to allow you to see not only your body types, but more importantly, the badges that are going to be able to unlock with your height, weight, and wingspan. And also it shows you the badge tiers, which is even more important this year with the Badge Max +1 and +2 perks. Your badge tiers are going to matter. We'll get more into detail of how you.
I know these aren't the badges you're getting, but this is
some of them,
possibilities.
Some of the badges have switched to different
you still
tiers at
gotta
certain
change your
heights than last year, so it's not all the same that you're used to from 2K25. But navigating these menus was a little clunky at first. There's so many things to expand and change tabs and stuff like that. You kind of get used to it after a little while, but right off the bat, it's going to be a little confusing. So when you press triangle, you're going to bring up this menu here that has badges, takeovers, and then build by badges. But when you're over the badges tab, if you press square, that's going to expand it and give you the badge layout of tier 1, tier 2, and as you upgrade your attributes, then you can see which badges are being upgraded, you know, pretty much the standard stuff that we're used to from 2K25, but you gotta kind of open all those tabs to be able to see it. But once you get those tabs open, as you put the attributes up, you see the badges, yada, yada, yada. Let's move on to 3-point thresholds, and these have changed. Taller builds can get higher 3-point ratings, but let's go through it. So the tallest you can be to get Legend Limitless is still 6'5". The tallest you can be to get Gold Limitless is still 6'6". But after that, you can get Silver Limitless on every single height in the game. Yes, a 7'4" center can get Silver Limitless, and then you start thinking Badge Max +2, Hall of Fame Limitless. Y'all see where we're going with this. But, so the taller builds can get the higher 3 balls. Also, when we start to look at takeovers, that's going to affect what the tall builds can get takeover-wise. And pretty much a 7'1" can get a 93-point rating, which, as you're going to see in a second, unlocks Deep Bomber. 7'2", 7'3", 7'4" get 89 3 balls, so that doesn't unlock Deep Bomber. But 7'1s, you can have a 7'1" minimum wingspan with Deep Bomber. pretty crazy. Let's keep going.
That's insane.
Wingspans have
I know
changed.
someone's making that
The
build.
max wingspan is 6 inches above your player's height. That is
Lord.
from the shortest to the tallest player. It is universal. I know last year, like 7'1" got like an extra 2 inches compared to 7 foot. Everything goes up by 1 inch. It's 6 inches above the height of your player. Also, the 3-point thresholds have gone up for max wingspan players, probably partly due to the fact that wingspans are a little smaller now, but I think it's also just higher 3-point ratings for taller builds and stuff like that. Takeovers. As I said, you can get Deep Bomber on a 7-1. Make sure when you're making your builds, you are looking at the takeover requirements. It is whatever ability you want, it is the same. I know last year there was like different takeovers that had the same takeover ability, had different attribute threshold like unlocks. Not this year. Whatever takeover ability you want, it is the same requirement regardless of your build. There is no, regardless of the takeover that you choose or custom takeover, the ability is the same rating. So Deep Bomber is 93 pointer. So you got to make sure your build is able to get that if you want to get Deep Bomber. Another example is Blur. Blur is 85 ball handle, 80 speed with ball. So make sure you're looking at these requirements when you're making your build. Very, very important to make sure you get the takeover ability that you want so that you have access to it when you do your custom takeover, or if you're somebody that decides to not use custom takeover, or if you're somebody that doesn't want to use custom takeover, you still got to unlock the ability by meeting the requirements if you use a regular takeover. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about. When you look at the takeovers, pay attention. Some of them have changed. Some of them have been combined. You have, let's say, for example, last year, See the Future was part of the rebounding badge. See the Future is now part of Rim Guardian badge. You also have, like, the brick wall take is now part of the rebounding takeover. I'm not using the specific names. Obviously, you look at the list, you can do it, but I'm just giving the generality so it's easy for everyone to understand. You also have, like, the defensive take. It's a combination of both. It boosts your bumps on the ball and your steals this year. So they combine some of the takeovers. Some of them stayed the same, like Deep Bomber is still Deep Bomber, Blur is still Blur, and the layup one is still the layup one. But some of them have been combined, and I think it's like the Sharpshooter one. That one also boosts your ankle breakers now. So that's like the combination of, I think it was called Marksman and Silky Shooter from 2K25. So make sure you're paying attention to the takeovers because the abilities have changed. Some of them have like new names and stuff, but I'm talking more specifically about what they actually do for you. Make sure you're paying attention to it so that you get what you want, because if you just go based off last year, there's a good chance that you're gonna mess it up. But I'm gonna scroll down the list here and you guys can look at it if you want to pause the video and read some of the descriptions and really analyze the attributes and stuff like that. But pretty much we'll scroll to the bottom of the list so at least you can just see all the takeover options. But if you're like me, I'm pretty much just worried about the abilities because I'm gonna be unlocking that custom takeover, and then I'm gonna be putting up the attributes that I want to put up while getting the ability that I want. I know for maybe some more casual players that's probably like a little bit tedious and maybe you don't even want to have to worry about that, but I know for everybody out there that's like more of a a sweaty player, or not even sweaty, but just you play 2K a lot, you're gonna want to do the custom takeover to boost the attributes that you want and then get the ability that you want. But like I said, make sure you're paying attention to the ability unlocks because they're different from last year. Meet those requirements. You'll get the takeover that you want. Year, let's keep it moving. Next up, let's talk about the new feature they talked about, the animation glossary. Now I know this probably doesn't sound important right off the rip, especially for the more knowledgeable players, but trust me, it is valuable. A lot of dribble move and dunk move requirements have changed, so when you're in here, I definitely recommend using it at least until you memorize. Well, maybe you don't memorize them. I usually end up memorizing them, but that's a topic for another day. But I would definitely recommend using this. You could scroll through and see, like I said, dribble moves, dunk move, everything that you want, all the requirements for it, and a lot of it has changed. Something I noticed too is it seems like, and this could be inaccurate, but from what I saw, players' dribble moves all have the same requirement. So it's not like, let's say you want Kobe's escape. Kobe's escape, Kobe's crossover, Kobe's behind the back, Kobe's hezzy. Everything has the same ball handle requirement for each player. There's not like a different requirement for his escape and then his behind the back. From what I saw, everything was the same requirement for each player. All the Durant SIGs were all the same ball handle requirements. Now check this out. A very important small detail here that they changed this year, and I noticed this scrolling through the animation glossary. Standing dunk requirements, although the rating is the same, you have to be 6'5" now. So 6'4" and under cannot equip standing dunks. That's a big
the
change.
build height
Those
I'm about to
6'4"
do
locks
is
cutting out the corner, you know, getting
6'5".
those quick standing dunks, small guards being able to get to the dead zone and then go up with that standing dunk cheese. I mean, if you can't equip standing dunks, it's going to be much more. You could probably still trigger an animation here or there, but it's not nearly going to be as consistent as it was in past games. So I feel like that is a small detail that's going to have a big impact, especially in competitive gameplay. 6'5" and up to get standing dunks in 2K26. Now let's talk about badge
6'5" is looking like the height to
be, though. A lot of the
though.
badge threshold requirements are the same, but there were some small changes, so just pay attention as you're making your builds. You don't want to miss one by just a couple attributes. And any badge requirement that had 3 attributes tied to it, for example, box out beast, last year it was offensive or defensive rebound plus strength. This year, they dropped all those 3 requirement ones down to 2. So now Box Out Beast is just offensive or defensive rebound. There's no strength involved. So pay attention as you're making. Like I said, you're going to notice a lot of the requirements are the same. So it kind of helps streamline the build making process because a lot of us have those thresholds already ingrained in our head from last year. But definitely just take a second look to make sure you're not missing anything. Because like I said, sometimes it is tweaked and you could probably save attributes somewhere because you don't need certain, like you know, if you want just gold Box Out Beast, you just need 85 rebound, offensive or defensive. You don't need to put your strength up to whatever the requirement was last year. So just pay attention as you do things. I remember Versatile Visionary, they dropped the requirement for that. I think it's like 70 for bronze and 78 for silver now. So definitely pay attention as you're looking at the badge requirements. But let's talk about badge tiers. These are really, really important, as we talked about quickly earlier, because of the badge max +1 and +2. You know, you get 1 each in the tier 1, 1 each in the tier 2, plus your build specialization, a whole lot of stuff going on with the badges. So pay attention to the badge tiers. Some things have changed as you flicker between, you know, different heights. You'll see on the bottom, badges switch from tier 1 to tier 2 based on height. A major change that I noticed was now 6'8" players, lightning launches in the tier 2 category. So you could use your tier 2 badge max +2 on lightning launch and put it from silver to Hoff on a 6'8" player. So that is really important. Make sure you not only pay attention to the badge tiers, but what badges may have switched from tier 1 to tier 2 from last year that maybe you had ingrained in your head. Let's move on to relevant badges. In the menu now, you can click R3 while you're hovering over an attribute, and you're going to see badges down below that are tied to that attribute will highlight in like a bluish, kind of greenish, like a turquoise. I don't know. You tell me what color it is in the comments. I mean, I'm bad at this.
I feel you.
They will highlight the badges that are tied to the attribute that you're over. It's just a small quality of life thing, but definitely for newer players, it probably is nice to see like, okay, this attribute will help me get these badges. Like I said, for more experienced players, you know, you're probably never going to use it, but for newer players or players looking for more help and guidance in the builder, definitely a valuable tool to use. Let's talk about attribute weights real quick. A lot of the attributes feel relatively similar in how expensive they are at specific heights, but certain things that I noticed, things like driving layup felt like it was a bit cheaper. Pass accuracy felt like it was a bit cheaper. So pay attention as you're going through the builder. You know, it might look so similar, but there are these small little changes that could really have an impact on how good your build ends up being. And more importantly, how much you end up liking your build. You know, you could make a build and then be like, man, I didn't realize like I could have got all this pass ac, or, you know, I could have just went 1 inch shorter and got my lightning launch in, you know, a different tier. So then I could have used my badge max +2 in a different spot. Like there's just so many little different factors that if you really utilize them correctly, you're going to be able to make some crazy builds on NBA 2K26. But if y'all want to check out a Kevin Durant build that 2K says has no weaknesses, click that video on the screen right there. Let me know what you think.
That's crazy. Is that on some new shit or what? Nigga. He dropped this as well. All right, we'll go watch it.
NBA 2K26 Kevin Durant build. When I saw how this 6'11" KD could move in the Learn 2K, I knew there was potential. And then when I hit the play now, I saw what I wanted to see. Shooting over people like Kevin Durant. And the thing about this is I was paying attention in the top right corner. Look at the badges that he has. He's got Hoff Deadeye, Gold Limitless, Gold Lightning Launch. He has badges that we are able to get on a 611 now because of those Badge Max plus 2s and Badge Max plus 1s. This is my 611 Kevin Durant build on NBA 2K26, and they're saying it has no weaknesses. Let's get into it. What if I told you
crazy,
you could be using your sports and simple prize picks today? They will apply. Please D build 6'11", 213 on the weight, 7'1" wingspan. I want to go higher, but to get KD's base, you need 89 shot rating. So we got the 89 mid range to unlock KD's jumper.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. This is a build.
You're gonna see what we're gonna do with these Badge Max plus 2 plus 1 combos. It's gonna be crazy. 6'11".
Chill, not too much. Not too much on that. Ooh, the monster dropped?
Yeah, take a look at this build real quick for NBA 2K26. It is.
They dropped a two-way blow-by high flyer. Nah, this is crazy, dog. Niggas already dropping builds, bro. What's going on? Anyways. I'm gonna head up out of here, bro. I'm gonna head up out of here and catch y'all tomorrow, most likely tomorrow. But appreciate everyone that showed up. Y'all be safe, you feel me?